Siblings, what's the most devious secret you're hiding from your parents? It's weird and I'm not at all supposed to be talking about it, but I just needed to vent somewhere. Our dad left us when we were 5 and our mom raised us all by herself. My brother was a terrible child growing up and I was probably the brattiest kid ever. So, our mom was understandably sick of us and didn't pay us too much attention. I was 8 years old the first time that I had intimate contact with my brother. We used to play touching and kissing on intimate parts just like we had seen in a movie. We would always wear clothes because I didn't know anything about my lady parts back then. It started just as a game and out of innocent curiosity, but I remember the tickling in my stomach. This sporadically went on for about a year. It ended when we entered the phase where boys played football and girls sat down to talk trash about them. So our general relationship declined a lot and we stopped playing together that much. We have never talked about it and I don't even know if he remembers this at all, but I do. Anyway, years pass and we're back to regular siblings again. Our mom worked hard for many years cleaning houses until she finished studying. She started working odd hours at a hospital, usually the night shift, and then she spent most of the daytime sleeping or running errands. We barely saw her and had minimal parental supervision. It's not like we needed it anyway, we were almost 18 and it was our last summer in town before moving to college. At this time my brother and I didn't have a great relationship, we fought a lot and drove each other crazy, like most teenage siblings living together. We started getting along better that summer because we made a lot of friends in common. He even dated a friend of mine for a short time until she cheated on him. After that, the girl didn't stop coming to our house because she was one of my best friends. My brother clearly didn't appreciate her presence and got in a pretty dark mood every time he saw her. I talked to my friend about this and told her that maybe we could start meeting somewhere else. This was super stressful for me, so I started using W recreationally to cope with anxiety. And the next night I stayed at home alone watching a show. I was super geeked. My brother came in to grab dinner and head back out, but instead, he sat down and ended up spending all night with me. We talked about a lot of things that I don't remember with much detail because I was so geeked. Our childhoods, gossip about our friends, what college would be like, and so on. We both were feeling pretty emotional at that time, especially when we briefly discussed the issue of his ex-girlfriend. Next thing I know, we're watching TV together on the sofa. I'm laying facing the TV and I have my legs on his lap. He started rubbing my legs and I just let him. Things got more intimate and I just followed his lead. It was really messy and chaotic. I don't even think we kissed that first time. The next day, I didn't know how to talk to him or how to approach the subject, so I just waited to see his reaction. He acted as if nothing happened, even made small talk and had lunch with me that day. I didn't see him in the house for 3 days straight after that, but he ended up coming back. And eventually, we were intimate with one another again. This time it was me who initiated things because a lonely part of me just liked the feeling. I was struggling with confidence and abandonment issues because of a bad breakup. At the time, I realized that what I was doing was wrong, but that part of me just wanted some way of escaping the pain. Most of the time we were intimate, it involved W or alcohol. We spent most of the day completely wasted and hooked up on our mom's bed while she was at work. And when we woke up we would usually do it again. This happened every day for the rest of the summer. He sometimes made comments about our intimacy or made innuendos when we were alone, but he obviously never brought it up in front of anyone. With friends, we just acted as usual. Nothing changed on the surface, but we were screwing up our relationship beyond repair and we didn't have a clue. Summer ended and we went off to college in different cities. It was sad, but I knew all along it had to happen, so our breakup wasn't traumatic. For years, we only saw each other at family gatherings over the holidays and we barely spoke to one another anymore. I got my degree and moved back in with my mom last year to look for a job in my hometown. This house brings me too many bittersweet memories. My brother stops by a lot because he has a girlfriend who lives here, and we've talked a bit more lately. The awful part of this is that I don't like his girlfriend, at all. There's nothing wrong with her, she seems nice enough, but I just have this truly awful dependency toward him. I really miss the times when he was my best buddy, and seeing him giving that much attention to someone else pisses me off a lot. I don't like thinking about it because what I may find within my head scares the hell out of me. I don't think I'll ever get proper closure. But at least I feel better writing about it, and with time I'm sure I'll be able to patch whatever's broken inside of me.